Hello and welcome to a Smurp video, and today we are looking at a Marvel Legends series from Hasbro set, and this is MojoWorld. And firstly, very happy with MojoWorld being released, and the packaging looks very nice. You have the big old-fashioned TV set with the twisty things. I do remember having one of these when I was a kid, back before TV started to change. And you've got the big screens in the background, which is very cool. I do dig that as well. And then up in the corner you got X-Men. I really do like that, and it goes all the way around. And on the back you have MojoWorld is a pocket dimension ruled by the tyrannical TV impresario, and that sounded ridiculous, Mojo, who set his sight on the X-Men as his next big stars. With Longshot and the mutant hero Dazzler now in his clutches, the television tyrant scuttles one step closer to his ultimate goal, total ratings domination. Now, at the bottom, you will also see, if I just adjust my camera, that Longshot, you have what he comes with: Marvel's Mojo, Dazzler, Wolverine. So, Mojo and Longshot have already been announced being released. Longshot is a slight variation, and Mojo is deluxe. And the interesting thing about that is, actually, I've got Mojo coming this week, so I'll be reviewing as well, and I'll show them together to see how different they are from each other. But Longshot is meant to be slightly different. However, if you add it up, so Marvel's Mojo was, what, probably about 50 quid. Longshot's about 25 these days. What's that? That is 75 pounds. Now, this set was 118. So that means that these two almost cost 45 quid on their own, give or take a few pounds here. I'm being generous because maths is not my fun thing to do, and, well, to be honest with you, I'm doing off the cuff of my brain, and that's not how I roll. So I should prepare that bit earlier. But I guess the fact I am going to get that off a Longshot because I know he's meant to be different. I suspect Marvel's Mojo will be sold off. Okay, so I've taken the slash sash off the box, and I'm carefully gonna open this on camera, which is something you all know that follow me is not something that I am a fan of doing, but I'm doing it here. So, oh my goodness, I am the wrong side of this box. Please don't fall out. This could fall out. There we go. The box is moved. Wow, I actually feel like that worked out quite well. And there we go. It's all packaged like that in its new environmentally friendly box. But I guess off the bat, this is damn cool. You get a whole remote flashback. I don't even know what that meant back in the day, but this has got Dazzler in it. That is very cool. I do like that. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna have to try and do this now. I feel like Mojo is in lots of different pots, which is fine, but let me just quickly wipe that bit out because I wanted to show this off, the backdrop. That is very cool. I dig that. And then you get this Lucky Star, betting it all on Longshot Wolverine, his smallest role ever. And then you've got, oh wow, look at that, a whole little video case thing going on. MW Go. Firstly, I must apologize. I actually thought that I had charged my phone for this review. Apparently I did not. Luckily, I did not lose all the data, but it did cut off the video in mid-flow. So I apologize for that. And to be honest with you, I sort of got lost on where it cut out. So anyway, the great thing about this release, I thought it was very skinny when I got the box, and I'm pleasantly surprised that we actually have a Build-A-Figure Mojo, technically. Technically is a Build-A-Figure Deluxe. So I'm going to try and do this on camera, which is crazy. I don't do stuff like this on camera because I'm terrible at it. Ooh, that's soft. You just pop that in there. And then we're going to pop this in here. So it looks like this bit goes like this. And then you just slide in there very, very, very easily. Just like the original Mojo. Very, very simple. And then you've got that lovely bit of art, which is his breasts. Now this is probably a little bit tricky because you can see there is movement there. I've got to try and get that in that little hole there. And I think I've got it. I think I've got that in. And then finally, we have this bit, which just, hopefully, just clips in there. Hopefully. No, this is not the last bit, by the way. I'm talking rubbish. There we go. Really, really easy. And then we've got these little love bits, which I'm hoping just clip in like that. Nope. Not like that one. It's not like that one. One bit. You're not gonna stay in there, are you? Tricky little bugger. Tricky little bugger. And then, maybe it's because I've done it wrong. Perhaps it should be this bit in here. Maybe. I feel like they're the same ports anyway. Does it really matter? Probably not. Which is pretty cool. And there we have Mojo. Now, the biggest thing is, can he stand? That is the tricky bit. Whoa. Oh, that's not a good start, is it? Alright, let me just get this sort of like this. Okay. Okay. I will have a little play off camera, just to see if there's a way to get that to stand in place. But so far, very impressive. Now let's have a look at some of the other figures before we have a closer look at Mojo. Okay, we finally have a brand new long shot. The last time we had a long shot, I'm going to say it was back in Toy Biz Series 6. And let's be honest, it wasn't their best wave. It was a wave where they were trying to experiment with articulation and the designs didn't quite come out. And that long shot was a big time letdown long shot. And Power Man or Luke Cage had really weird hands. But it was in my collection for a long time. So it did do well. I think I've actually sold it now. I can't remember. I don't think I sold it for much. It's not worth anything now, really. But anyway, I think it's gone. I think. So anyway, so we have this nice little head sculpt there, which is very cool. I guess the only thing that is disappointing me, I love the mullet. That is awesome. The only thing that is disappointing is you don't get the star eye on there, which is a little bit disappointing. And if I remember rightly, this is a new body mold as well. Now, in terms of the long shot that is going to come out in 2023, I'm not sure if there's any difference in terms of the outfit, but if it's just the case of the eye, it's a little bit disappointed in my mind because this box set wasn't the cheapest box sets. It's meant to be the best of the best box set, and if you're releasing them individually, surely they should feel like they are a little bit less than the investment that fans have put into this. So I just thought I'd put that out there. But yeah, it should really come with two hands. So he comes with his little throwing knives in this little pose, so you can get him into some little, I don't know, poses there. I don't know. And then he also comes with this little knife, which is pretty cool. I like this. He's got a little sheath there that this can drop in there. And there's some really nice detail all the way around. You got a beautiful star there. Then you got the bullets around there. Doesn't actually have a gun, funny enough. Remember him in the gun at all. Even when he was facing the future. Which is cool. And the Long Shot miniseries is absolutely sublime. I would really recommend reading that. It's a really, really good quality miniseries, and that leads him falling into the X-Men a little bit later, which is great. There's a little bit of movement there on the color, which is great. And I can't remember if I said it, this is meant to be a new body mold. Now, the great thing is about this, they've taken into account that he is from another dimension, and he does have 3 fingers and a thumb, which is very great. And that's a great looking hand. Look at that. Some real quality. And then he has a open hand as well. In terms of articulation, so this does sort of restrict that going around, but you can force it around. I think there seems to be some movement on the neck as well. You can see that neck sort of going with it, which is pretty awesome. I did feel like there was a butterfly there, but there doesn't seem to be any real movement there. Ball can go all the way around. Swivel there. There is a double on the arm. Hand can go all the way around. There is movement down and up. There is the famous ab crunch. Yes, you do not mess with an ab crunch. There's some spinny winny. Some real good splits moment there. The only thing that restricts it is that knife spin there. There is also movement on this little piece here, which is interesting. Then there is a double on the knee. There we go. And we got a lefty, a righty, an upsy, and a downsy. Please note, I do not know if I'm doing a real left or a real right or anything at that point in time. Please do not hold me to failure. There we go. So Long Shot is certainly a figure that we have waited a very, very long time. So it comes with an extra knife, these 2 hands, and pretty much that is it for Long Shot. So let's move him out of the way very carefully and bring in little baby Wolverine. I was never a fan of the X-Babies things but it was Mojo. Mojo does this sort of crap. And I think I've only read them a few times, particularly in Excalibur. There's like a one-shot and they're in it and they're causing mayhem, etc. But they have given us this. Now, I was tempted to go back and try and get that Marvel Universe one with a little Cyclops that I think they threw in it. But it would be out of proportions with this. This is a little bit bigger, and just for proportion's sake, that is how high he is compared to a 6-inch figure. So we just come with this little stand, which I think is very cool and very needed for him to stand up. Oh, sorry, let me do that again, because he does not stand up without it. So, but oh, he's got some hair in his mouth. He shouldn't lick what's on the floor. So in terms of articulation, there is none. There is none at all. He's got this little bit on the back. I did feel like the head, oh no, the head does move side, up, and down. So there is a little ball in there that you can move things around, but that is about it, which is cool. But I feel like people who have bought this set have paid a lot of money for this little dude. Now, if they're going to do more X-Babies, I think I'm going to have to buy them. I will buy them because, well, it's part of X history. So, but it's okay. It is what it is. This is pretty cool. You know, they could easily sell these individually as, do you know what? I'm not a big fan. I do not collect them. The Pops line, which is very, very popular, and a lot of people do buy them. I feel like this could easily be something like that, just based on X-Men. I suspect even if they did Avengers, I think that would really pick up as well, because these are pretty cool, and, you know, I'm sure my daughter, my youngest, would like this sort of stuff. Hell, even my son will probably like it. That's pretty cool. So, a bit cheesy, but cool. And here we have Alison Blair. Now, I know a lot of people's thoughts on this, including my own. We should have had a new spiral in this set. Thank goodness we are getting a spiral in the near future in 2023. That's already been announced. But without this Allison in here, you don't have that long shot marriage, the rebellion, the looking after the ex-babies. That is a big part of Dazzler's development. And I feel like the Dazzler figure that we've already got, which people say, oh, it's just the same. It's not the same figure. She has longer hair here. Now, I probably should have been a bit more organized and got her here as well. But I didn't. And I'm not going to go get her, by the way. It's not happening. She had shorter hair, which was... She had short hair at the start of her journey with the X-Men before they ended up being the Australian team, which is probably their most famous outback adventure of all, no pun intended. But this Dazzler was very, very much needed because she did have longer hair at this point. And I also love the fact how they've got the lovely colors around her eyes. You got to remember, this was the 80s. There was a lot of... I'm not sure how I say this. Is it punks? A lot of punks. There was a lot of express yourself. Those sort of things were happening in the 80s. And it's great. It's fantastic, you know. Pretty sure I wore some makeup back then. Pretty sure it's because my mom wanted me to look like a girl. But that's okay. That's okay. She never let me grow my hair out, though. I was really annoyed about that. Hey, parents, what are they there for? So here we go, Dazzler. Looks very, very cool. She has a nice hairband. I love the wavy hair as well. So articulation-wise, the arm can't go all the way around. It can't go up like that. This is pinless by the looks of it, which is pretty cool. There is a double on the arm, which is not usually a famous thing for females. I'm going to be very, very careful because I can see it is a thinner section in there, so just be careful. Just remember being careful. This set costs you a lot of money, so do be careful. Spin it around. The articulation is up there. Nothing on the bottom bit. And, well, she can do the splits a little bit if she wants. She got a swivel there, and then she does have double there. Lefty, righty, upsy, downsy. There we go. And she does have these red pieces here, and a star there. There she goes. Don't mess with her at all. She's in Karate Kid. Oh, there we go. And what does she come with? She comes with these dazzling effects. See what I did there? That was pretty special. Dazzling effects. And some open palm hands. And I do like the fact that this finger is still free. But it is a bit weird because this hand is, not sure if they missed some paint there, is open, whereas this one is half open with the thumb, like that. And then this one is a full. But the good thing about this is this one is a full. So I'm not sure what happened with this one. Somebody messed up there. Anywho, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. So let's bring on the Mojo. So big I have to adjust my camera. Wow, I really do have to adjust my camera. Let's just move some stuff out of the way. Come on. And he is awesome. I'm so glad that I got to build him like a build figure. So, first of all, you can see little technical bits all the way around. And then you can see it all starts to take shape up here with all these wires. And it looks like they go into the back, etc. Which is really, really nice. You got all these components that control all this bottom section, etc. Hope that I've actually inserted that correctly. And you got these little booster bits here as well, which is cool. And just to show you underneath, this is what's underneath. And once again, they got all conduits and stuff like that. They've looked at the original sort of thing and kept these bit here. I feel like they could have added some batteries or something. I don't know. I'm probably being a bit weird there with the batteries bits. And then that goes all the way around. And I'm just going to take my camera off to show you, firstly, this top section here, which goes all the way around. And I love how they've done that. It's very, very nice. And I did sell my original Mojo, which was that Series 6 Toy Biz wave, and probably the best builder, one of the best builder figures I have. This is bigger than that, and it is better than that, and it just looks great. I always felt with like that, they didn't get the legs right. That was the biggest thing for me in terms of that. And then you look at Mojo, you got this whole little headpiece. My camera focuses, and then you can see around the eyes. I love that. That just looks absolutely amazing. That is a fantastic job. I cannot believe how good this has turned out. And then once again, you got the conduits that go from the back into there. So he is controlling these legs, this massive machine that keeps him moving because he has no spine. Literally no spine. Wow, just look at that. Even just like the spots and stuff on there. Now, this is a little bit squeezy. It feels like my kids, not that she's got them anymore, you know, when you had like little rubber duckies, it feels like that, etc. Which is pretty awesome. And then he's got these lovely, great big hands, claws, and the arms go all the way around, which is great. Now he does have different head, and I'm just gonna get my camera back on here quickly. I'm just gonna try and take this up here so I can try and do a little bit of articulation now. I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. So you can just take him off if you want. That's probably not the right thing to do. But the idea is that there is some slight movement there on that piece. Probably not recommended, but you can do that if you want, and you can knock out his little pieces here. Now, in terms of the arm, just take that out, can go all the way around. You do have to, if you are doing that, for some strange reason, you will have to adjust it because of these. Now, the arm itself, it has a swivel there. It has a double piece in there, which is really, really nice because they could have easily gone without it. A spin on the hand, a downsy, and an upsy. Now, in terms of this piece here, this can go all the way around. Can sort of point it up and left and right, which is pretty cool. Sorry, because I've just knocked all this out of the piece, right? So, and the body, there isn't really much on the body. Now, the legs, this has some really nice articulation, so you can move this around if you want, like that. It does have an up and a down, and that's what really helps you get it into this position where it's sort of crouched like that. So this has some really nice features there in terms of getting it to stand really, really nicely. As you can see, you can drag them along like that. And then these pieces, you know, once again, you can move them around. You can get them doing stuff, I'm not sure what, but they act as, I guess, second hands, I guess, if that's what you're into. So there we go. I almost said the blob. There is Mojo. And Mojo also comes with that awesome sort of gross look with his tongue, etc., which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Fabulous job there. And you can see the wires coming out of the back, which is what he controls various things with. And he also has different hands as well, so sort of like little grabby hands. And you know what? This thing is a lot of fun. You could do some really cool poses with this Mojo. Here he is with the tongue in there. You got Longshot going for the kill. You got Dazzler being held by his hand. You got the hand there, and you got the little grappler thing up there. And you can even shove a little Wolverine in there, if you're careful, trying to take him out. And he looks very, very cool. So a really great set. I'm very impressed with this set. Got a great deal of love for this. I'm glad that they redid Mojo. When Hasbro do things right like this, I am full on in. I'm a full on X fan, and I'm glad to have the figures that go with the books that I love to read. I love to read about these characters. I love to do things like this, which makes it all worth it. So I hope you like my video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support from those that are already subscribed. Make sure you look after yourself, very important these days. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.